The story of Irene of Athens, the empress who blinded her son. In the heart of the dazzling Byzantine Empire, a woman rose from obscurity to seize the reins of Christendom's greatest throne. She was Irene of Athens, an orphan Greek girl who became the first woman to rule Byzantium alone, shattering centuries of tradition. Her tale embodies beauty, cruelty, faith, ambition, and a love for power that drove her to betray her son, the church, and even empires. Irene was born to a humble family in Athens and orphaned young. In 769 AD, Emperor Constantine V chose her as the bride for his son and heir, Leo IV. She arrived at the imperial palace as an outsider, but Irene was no pawn. She studied politics, mastered court intrigue, and born only one son, Constantine VI. After Leo IV's death in 780 AD, her 10-year-old son Constantine VI inherited the throne. Irene seized the moment, declaring herself regent. With rare cunning, she tightened her grip on the army and court, led the empire against Arab invaders, and secured a prestigious peace treaty. Byzantium was torn over religious icon veneration. Irene, a devout iconophile, convened the Second Council of Nicaea in 787 AD, restoring the worship of icons and winning the church's and people loyalty. This earned her the title Defender of the Faith, but deepened the hatred from iconoclasts in the military. When Constantine VI turned 18, he demanded his throne. Irene refused to relinquish power, sparkling bitter feud. Her son fled, rallied supporters, and bravely forced her into retirement in 790 AD. But she plotted relentlessly and overthrew him in 797 AD. Irene ordered her son, blinded, in the purple chamber where emperors were born. He died months later in darkness. The brutality earned her the epithet "the cannibal empress" in some chronicles. With her son removed, Irene ruled Byzantium in her own name, the first woman to do so. She minted coins bearing her image, led diplomacy, and even negotiated marriage with Charlemagne, king of the Franks. But plans to unite empires failed when Byzantium refused to crown a barbarian emperor. Irene's ambitions alienated Byzantine elites. In 802 AD, while she rested in her palace, her own ministers staged a coup. Nicephorus I, the finance minister, crept into the palace at night and crowned himself emperor. Irene was exiled to Lesbos, dying forgotten a year later. Ambition without mercy, history remembers Irene as a skilled ruler who brought stability and ended iconoclasm for centuries. Yet her life reads like a Greek tragedy. A woman who traded her humanity for power, murdered her child, and lost everything. Her alleged final words captured her torment. Had I not craved the throne, my son would be alive today. Irene remains an icon of female power in a male dominated age, and a dark warning of the blood price of absolute rule.